a decade. And my theory is that music and leadership have a very interesting juxtaposition. The leaders that I know who carry the greatest pressure, who are climbing the biggest hills, seem to have the closest affinity for the power of music. I could list names that many of you would recognize. Leaders in government, athletics, business, church, world, whatever. And when I'm having private conversations with these elite leaders, and I say, what do you do to keep your head on straight and to keep your heart functioning right with all that you have on your plate and all the pressure you live with every day? This very high percentage of them say, I listen to music. And I go, oh, you're a right brain kind of, wait a minute. You're in your head all day. And they're like, that's kind of why I turned to music. I was talking to Dr. Henry Cloud last night. And I told him what I was going to do in this session. He said, really? He said, you want a session with me before you do that? I said, I want to spend a few moments talking to leaders about music. And he said, well, you know, it's a very well-known fact in psychology that people who are in evaluative functions most of the time, in other words, they're always making decisions and analyzing and doing all that, it creates a hunger in another part of their soul to be touched by something other than facts. And it provides a special access for a comforting presence, or in the Christian world, you know, for the presence of God to do a work that sometimes can't be done in any other way. So, 3 weeks ago, I took the senior leaders of Willow, top 25 staff, to a place over in Michigan. And I knew that I had to talk to them, build into their souls a little bit early one morning. And I thought, you know, I'm going to tell my colleagues about something that I do that I've never told them before. And I'm not just doing this for, you know, big vulnerability reasons. I'm doing it because I think it might help them. It might stimulate something in them. So I told them that when I'm going through intense times of pressure, and I can't access the presence of God by reading my Bible or by talking with a friend or, you know, looking at a sunset or something, when I just can't feel the presence of God where I need to, I turn to music. And sometimes when I find a song, a particular song, that I will play it 50 times. I'll hit repeat and I'll just stay wherever I am, and I'll just go, I need it again, God. I need it again, I need it again. Or sometimes, if it's an era of pressure, I'll play the same song every morning and then every night, and then every morning and every night for a period of time until whatever that song is about gets enough traction in my soul where I go, okay, now I think I'm all right. So I told them that I had gone through a time of pressure, and I'm not a fear-driven person. I don't say that, you know, callously, I'm not bragging or anything. I don't live with a lot of fear. That's not my personality type. I have a lot of other problems, but that's not one of them. So, but I got into a situation a while back where I was living with excessive amounts of fear. Made no sense to me. And I thought, I can't believe this. I'm not a fear-driven person. How come I can't get over this? So I turned to all the passages in the Bible that talk about, you know, fear not, fear not, fear not, and all that, and they didn't help me. Then I went to a couple of my friends and I said, you know, I'm living with this, you know, I have this kind of fear thing. And they were kind, but they didn't help me. they listened, but I couldn't get much strength from them. Prayed about it and all that. Did excessive amounts of boating, thinking that boating, was anything. And then I found a song that's sort of recent on the scene. And the minute I heard this song, I said, that's the song that I think God's going to probably use to meet the need that I can't get met any other way. And Heather Henry is with us today, and she's going to do a little part of this song. And maybe you can understand the impact or the effect that this song had on me during this time. But I'll explain. Let me give you one more little part of this story. So back to the retreat that I had with all these leaders, I brought this song in on my computer. And I said, this is the song that God's been using in my life to help me with this little fear thing. Would you listen to it with me? Okay? So they listened to it with me, and I said, this has really been helpful to me. And then a person unsolicited said, I needed that song this morning. I said, really? You? But yeah, I've been dealing with some stuff. I said, wow. Tell us about it. So that person started. I said, cool. And then another person said, hey, I needed that song. And we went for 55 minutes of people, senior leaders, top staff, really high-performing people on our staff saying, we all needed that song. It was one of the most memorable leadership times we've had in a long time. And so I want to play the song for you and see if any of you need the song. And we'll see what God does here. So, Heather.
You unravel me with the melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies, till all my fears are gone. I'm always safe to feel I am a child of God. I'm always safe to feel I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love has called my name, and I've been born again into your family. Your blood flows through my veins, and I'm no longer slave to fear. Oh, thank you, Lord. I am a child of God. I'm no longer slave to fear. I am a child of
So there's this part of the song, and when I first heard the first part of this song, I thought, oh, this is just beautiful. This is what I need to hear. I don't have to be a slave to this fear. I'm a child, a treasured child of the Most High God. He can handle this. And it really helped me. And then right in the middle of this beautiful song, there's this faith piece, and it says, you split the sea so I could walk right through it. You have proven yourself to me in the past, God. You've proven yourself to me. Why do I think you're not going to do that again? I really like this middle part. Can you take us through this?
You split the sea so I could walk right through.
leaders really do live a different kind of life than everybody else lives. We see what other people can't see yet. The toughest decisions wind up on our desks. The expectations for us are unrealistically high. We live with other people's high expectations of us every day. There's a unique kind of challenge and pressure associated with leadership that often gives way to fear. If you don't have an antidote for it, you'll be crushed by it. And if music can help you get through that, and if you find a song like that or others like it, play it and play it and play it and play it until the fear goes away. You don't have to live and lead with fear. Okay? I was talking with Brian, and Brian was saying that there have been periods in his life. You heard about some of the challenges that he's had in his lawn ministry. And he was telling me that there are times when all he had was like the name of Christ to hang on to. Just when you say there's no other name, there's no other hope, there's no other life preserver for me to hold on to. And out of his church came this beautiful song. We're just going to do a couple lines of it and then let Brian give you just a few reflections on what that song means to him. So let's hear this.